Good morning. Namaste. How are you? Just a moment. In the previous class, we discussed about square and square root, some tricks and tips, some properties of a square number. Right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
And I hope you have not memorized it. Very good.
Sir,
Can you calculate 102 square minus 101 square?
yes, sir. It is 1.
1.
Yes, sir.
What are you
We
doing?
need to find the first square number, sir, and we need to subtract from that, sir.
Okay, sir, I will do it. Please be seated. Please relax. I will do it for you.
I will do it.
Very good. You completed it?
Sir, I'm doing it. I got 203, sir.
203.
Sir, same.
Same. Why same? You said 1.
Sir, now it is same.
Don't cheat.
Sir, I calculated again.
So what happened earlier? You said 1. Earlier you didn't have brain. 102 times 102. 10,404. This is 102 square, right?
Yes, sir.
And 101 square, 101 into 101, 10,201, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
10,201. If you subtract, you'll get 203,
Three,
right?
sir. Yes,
Right?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But I have a very short method not to do that way. I don't need to do this longer method. I don't need to square it. Are you interested?
Yes, interesting.
Yes, sir.
I have a trick, but that trick works only when you have consecutive numbers, bigger number and just one smaller another number. 102, 101. 102 square minus 101 square. Like 89 square minus 88 square. Like 54 square minus 53 square. Just one difference. Bigger number, one smaller number.
Okay.
What I will do is, I will pick the smaller number 101. I will multiply it with 2. Can you tell me 2 times 101?
202.
Add 1.
203.
My answer is ready. I will take the smaller number, multiply with 2, add 1. Answer is ready. (89 square minus 88 square). There is one more way. There is one more way. You can take the smaller number, multiply with 2, and whatever comes result, add that with 1. And there is one more way. I have one more shortcut. If I have this type of numbers which has only difference 1 in the base, and I have to find the difference of their squares. The another trick is that I will ignore the squares. I will add the two bases together. 102 plus 101. Tell me.
203.
That's it. Done. There are two shortcuts. See here as well. I will take the smaller number 88. 88 times 2. What is that?
176.
176. Add 1 to it.
Yes, sir. 177.
Done. My answer came. I don't need to square any of them. Check it.
Okay, sir.
If we check it with the help of calculator, 89 square. See, 89 square. 89 square. 7,921. Can you see?
Yes, sir. I can.
Minus
Yes, sir.
minus 88 square. Subtract, equal 177. See, My answer is ready already. (54 square minus 53 square). What is a smaller number? Smaller base.
Sir, 53.
54 is smaller. 53 is bigger. Are you
Sir, I
sleeping?
said 53.
53. What is 2 times 53?
Sir, 106.
106 plus 1.
107.
My answer is ready. Now you want to check? Of course check. 54 square minus 53 square equal 107. Is that good idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So try to calculate this.
Okay, sir.
Quick.
Sir, 143.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Mine also.
Yes, someone tells the answer and you will say, yes sir, mine also same.
Sir, I also did it, sir.
David, it is for you. Tell me.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you will be calculating it.
169.
Anurag, what's your answer?
Sir, 169.
Okay. So you have to take the smaller one, make it 2 times, add 1. You get done. And but now you might be amazed to know why this shortcut is working. Are you thinking of it?
Yes, sir.
Why this shortcut is working so quickly and correctly? What is the reason? Secret? What's the secret? We need to know. Okay, I'll teach you the secret later, not now. It's not the right time to teach that secret. Just know this. When we will do algebra, we'll know the reason behind it. The reason behind it is from algebra. Mathematics has various branches: mensuration, geometry, algebra, calculus, various parts. But you know, algebra is the queen of whole mathematics. Algebra is the queen of whole mathematics. Most important. Those who understand algebra understands most of the parts of mathematics. Okay, don't worry. Let's move on. I taught triangle numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very easy to say yes, sir. David, tell me what's triangle number. Forgot. Anurag, you tell me now.
Sir, like 1, 3,
Like 1,
5.
1, 3, 5. You mean odd numbers are triangle numbers?
No, sir. 1,
what?
3,
Tell me the rule.
6, not 5, sir.
You said 1, 3, 6.
Sir, the number of dots that make a perfect triangle are called triangular numbers.
So after 1, what's that?
Sir, 3,
Next,
6,
next,
10,
next.
15, then 21,
Right.
then 28.
These are triangle numbers. Correct? And there is a secret here about the triangle number. Very interesting fact. If you take any two consecutive triangle number, like 3 with 6, or like 6 with 10, or 10 with 15, any two consecutive means coming just after that, that is consecutive. You cannot take 10 and 21. You have to take 10 and 15 or 10 and 6. Consecutive. Just next or just previous, like that. So take any two consecutive triangle numbers and add them. You will get a square number every time. Like see, you get 1 plus 3. It's 4, a square number. Take 3 and 6, add them, 9, square number. 10, 6 and 10, it's 16, square number. 10 and 15, 25, square number. 15 plus 21, 36, square number. Every time you take any two triangle numbers and add them, it will become a square number. Amazing. What's happening? Let us see. If you have number 3, 1 means 1 dot, 3 means 3 dots to make a triangle, correct? You can make a right triangle like this, or you can make a equilateral triangle. So I'm taking
Yes, sir.
right triangle. I'm taking right triangle. Then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then comes 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means you take 1, then you take 2, then you take 3, like this. 1 dot on top, then 2 dots below that, then 3 dots below that. In this way you will be increasing. Next will be 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also triangle number. But the reason behind why does this happen? When we add two consecutive triangle numbers, it becomes a square number. See, if I add 1 and 3 together, what will happen? For 3 you will make a right triangle like this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Notice only 1 dot is missing here to complete the square. If I give only 1 dot here extra, square completed. 3 dot blue and 1 dot from here red, square completed. That's why 1 plus 3 is a square number. It is completing a square shape. Did you notice?
Yes, sir.
Now let us see
Yes,
6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have created 6 dots. What do you think? How many extra dots are required to complete the square here? Check and let me know.
Six, sir.
You never make sense for what you say. You couldn't find? If I have to complete the square, I'll give 1 dot here, second and third. Only 3 dots and see, square completed. Isn't it? See, the square completed. Square shape, 3 dots in the breadth, 3 dots in the length. Length and breadth both are equal. Don't you think it's a square? The length and breadth are same.
Yes, sir.
So I took 6 dots. 6 is a triangle number. Then I took 3 dots. 3 is another triangle number. And a square completed. In this one it was 3 plus 1. Now let's take 10. Okay, what do you think? How many extra dots we put here to complete the square?
Sir, 6.
If I supply 6 extra dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I supplied 6 dots extra and it's a square now. Check. Length 4 dots. Breadth 4 dots. Length and breadth are equal. It's a square now. Total 16 dots collected. Amazing, na?
Yes, sir.
Like we are supplying a triangle here, a right triangle this way, and another right triangle this way. And the whole square completes. We supply 2 right triangle. First right triangle containing 10 dots, another right triangle containing 6 dots. And they together complete a square. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you need to remember it. This is another property of square number. Yesterday we were discussing about properties. So this is the another property. How many properties we did in the last class? You
Sir,
remember?
9.
9, sure? Mm, 29th. This is class notes of the previous class. 7, 8, 9. Yes, this was 9th, last one. No, another one is here. 10th. Total 10 properties we discussed in the last class. Total 10. So this is now number 11. Property number 11. Sum of two consecutive triangle numbers, or you can say triangular numbers, that's the same. Triangle numbers is always a square number. Always a square number. You have seen the demonstration, right?
Yes, sir.
I also taught about Pythagorean triplet, right?
Yes, sir.
Pythagorean triplet.
Sir, I'm coming in 1 minute.
Okay, come fast. Pythagorean triplet means group of three numbers following Pythagoras theorem. Group of three numbers following Pythagoras theorem is known as Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. Example. Did I teach it? Did I teach it earlier?
Your voice is not audible.
Did I teach this earlier? Example 3, 4, 5. These three numbers create Pythagorean triplet. Reason very simple. 5 square, I mean the bigger number square, is equal to sum of squares of other two numbers. If you square the smaller two numbers and add together, that will be equal to the square of bigger number, the biggest number, right? I taught this earlier or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet.
That
It
means
follows
the
Pythagoras
formula
theorem. Now if you multiply this Pythagorean triplet with 2 or any other number, like I'm multiplying with 2, I'll get 6, 8, 10. That is also a Pythagorean triplet. If you multiply this with 3, what it is? 9, 12, 15. That is also a Pythagorean triplet. You can
Sir,
check it out.
I have a formula, sir.
12 square is 144. 9 square is 81. If you add them together, it will be equal to 15 square. What is 15 square? 225. Check it.
225.
4 plus 1, 5. 8 plus 4, 12. 1 plus 1, 2. So if you multiply any Pythagorean triplet with any number, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, any number, you always get a Pythagorean triplet. So this is a Pythagorean triplet.
Sir, there is a formula called a square plus b square is equal to c square.
But this is not the only one Pythagorean triplet, you know.
Yes,
This is
sir.
not the only one Pythagorean triplet. There are more others. This was the first one. Like we can take 5, 12, 13. That is another Pythagorean triplet. The square of the biggest number is equal to the sum of squares of other two numbers. Sum of squares of other two numbers, 5 and 12. It also follows Pythagoras theorem. Here also, if you multiply with 2, with 3, with 4, you will get Pythagorean triplets. You multiply this with 2, 5, 12, 13, and you get 10, 24, 26. You can check it. Okay, but the problem is that, do we need to find out and memorize this way? Do we have any perfect method to create Pythagorean triplet anytime? Is this possible? How to create a Pythagorean triplet? This is something you have to remember. I told you 3, 4, 5 is Pythagorean triplet and you will memorize it, you will remember it. I told you 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triplet, you will memorize it and remember it. But do you have any method to create it? How to create a Pythagorean triplet? How to create a Pythagorean triplet?
Sir, there is some weird noise coming from your side.
David, are you comfortable? Is the audio and video
Yeah, it's
good?
like a
No response. Very childish guy. I ask something, he is not sensing I'm asking something.
Sir, I did not hear it, sir. What did you?
'How to create a Pythagorean triplet'. Did I teach this earlier? Did I teach this earlier?
Sir, I don't remember.
Yes, I don't know.
2 times n square minus 1 n square plus 1. These three numbers will always create a Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. But you need to remember a condition. There is a condition. N means a natural number. You have to take n as a natural number, never a decimal or fraction. Always a natural number greater than 1.
Sir, there is a call coming.
Okay. Greater than 1. If we if we take n is equal to 2, see what happens. We can't take 1. We have to take natural number greater than 1. So I'm taking 2. It's greater than 1. If I take 2, then 2n means 2 times 2. N square minus 1 means 2 square minus 1. N square plus 1 means 2 square plus 1. See what we get. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 square means 4 minus 1, that's 3. And 2 square plus 1 means 4 plus 1, that's 5. See, we got the Pythagorean triplet because the biggest number square is equal to sum of squares of other two numbers, 3 square plus 4 square. Does this make sense?
Yes, sir.
If we take n is equal to 3, let us see what happens. 2 times n means 2 times 3 is the first number. Next is n square minus 1, that is 3 square minus 1. Then it is n square plus 1, so 3 square plus 1. Let us simplify. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 square minus 1. 3 square minus 1 means 9 minus 1, 8. 3 square plus 1 means 9 plus 1, 10. This is the another one. And notice that is actually the twice of the previous one. 2 times previous one is this one, right? So you can remember it. 2n, n square minus 1, n square plus 1. 2 times n square minus 1, n square plus 1. These three numbers will always create a Pythagorean triplet. But the condition is that you have to take n as any natural number greater than 1. Any query?
No.
No, sir.
These are all the properties of squared numbers. Squared numbers can create this magic, like Pythagoras theorem. Let us see another magic of squared number. Pythagorean triplet. This was number 11 and this is number 12. Number 12. This is same. Now number 13, sorry. Number 13. Sum of first n odd numbers. Have I taught this? Have I taught this?
Yes, sir.
1 plus 3, 1 plus 3 plus 5, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 16, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus, not 16. After 9 it's 11. 11 plus 13. See, you can take as many odd numbers as you want, but make sure you have to take first word means what? First word means you have to start with 1 only. You cannot start with 3, you cannot start with 5 for what I am teaching. The trick I am going to teach is applicable for first n odd numbers. Means you have to start with 1 only and take all the odd numbers without skipping any. Do you know how to find the sum of these odd numbers? 1 plus 3
Yes.
plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15.
Sir, I will come in 1
David,
minute.
can you tell me? David, can you tell me? I
Yes,
hope
sir.
you- Yes.
N square, sir.
What is that?
N square, sir.
N squared. That's right.
I
So
will
if
come in 1 minute, sir.
come fast, I
Yes, sir.
continue. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 and so on, n odd numbers. So it's very easy. Just count how many odd numbers are there and square it. How many odd numbers do you see?
Sir, 2.
2 odd numbers. So square 2. Answer is over. Done. This is the answer. Means 4. How many odd numbers do you see this here?
Sir, 3.
3. So square 3. Answer is ready. How many odd numbers here?
4.
Square 4. 5 odd numbers here. Square 5. You get the answer.
Yes, sir.
If you add them all, you will get 25. There are 6 odd numbers here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 odd numbers in this line, and you have to add them. Answer is 6 square. 7 odd numbers are there, you have to add, it's 7 square. 8 odd numbers are there and you have to add, answer is 8 square. So easy. In the last line we are taking how many odd numbers? N odd numbers. So what will be the sum? N square. Just count how many odd numbers are there and square it. Just count how many odd numbers are there and square it. If there are 10 odd numbers, 10, I mean first 10 starting from 1. If you start from some other odd number, like start from 3, starting from 5, then this trick will not work. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we need to understand how we can use this trick. I mean, what may be the situations where we can use it. I'm going to show you some questions that can be created based on this trick. Find sum. 11 plus 12, 13, sorry, plus 15 plus 17 plus 19 plus 21 plus 23 plus 25. You have to find the sum. How will you add them? How will you add them? Do you have a method to add them, or will you add them manually?
Sir, we will start from 1 and count how many odd numbers are there till 25. And then we will square that number and minus.
Minus
Sir,
what?
I don't know how to tell, but I know.
How to tell? You don't know how to tell. That means you don't have clearer idea. That's the confusing idea. If you have clear idea, you know how to tell. You will take the sum of odd numbers from 1 to 25, then subtract the sum of odd numbers from 1 to 9. Easy. 1 to 25 minus 1 to 9. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Sum of odd numbers from 1 to 25, total 25. Then I'll subtract the sum of 1 to 9. It's over. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus and so on till 25, the last one. I will find the sum of first these odd numbers. How many odd numbers do you think I have written? How many odd numbers I have written? Say, if you take counting from 1 to 10, if you take counting from 1 to 10, see, these are the tricks. How to handle the situation wisely is mathematics. Mathematics is all about handling the situation wisely. if you have numbers from 1 to 10, it contains 5 odd numbers and 5 even numbers. Am I right? Similarly, if you take 1 to 20 counting, I mean all natural numbers, it will contain 10 odd numbers, means half odd, half even, 10 odd, 10 even. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So 1 to 20, there are 10 odd numbers, and after that it is till 25. So extra is 21, 23, 25, 3 extra. 10 plus 3, 13 odd numbers. These are 13 odd numbers. Did you understand? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
First, I will check from 1 to 20. 1 to 20, there are 10 odd numbers. And after that, 21, 23, 25, 3 extra. So 10 plus 3, 13 odd numbers. It is equal to 13 square. Means 169. Then I will take the sum from 1 to 9 because it starts from 11. So before it, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. How many odd numbers? 5. So 5 square. Now I will subtract 25 from 169 and I'll get the sum. That's it. We have to find the sum from 11 to 25. So this is the trick. Therefore, 11 plus 13 plus 15 and so on till 25 will be 169 minus 25. Subtract and get the answer. $144. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the one type of situation where we could use this trick, this secret. There is one more situation where we can use it. See how. Finding square root of by successive subtraction. Successive subtraction. Suppose you have to find the square root of 144. This is a square number, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this a square number?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And we
sir.
already know this is equal to 12 square, right? That means we already know that a square root of 144 is 12. The square root of 144 is 12. What is the meaning of a square root? Finding square root of 144 means we want to know whose square is 144. Whose square is 144?
So square of 12.
12. So 12 is the square root of 144. So simply you can say if 12 square is 144, then 144 square root is 12. If 13 square is 169, then square root of 169 is 13. This symbol is for a square root. This symbol is read as a square root. Square root. If 21 square is 441, then the square root of 441 will be 21. Simple. Finding a square root of 441 means we want to find that number whose square is 441. Finding a square root of 169 means finding a number whose square is 169. We are trying to find.
Yes, sir.
But this is written here, successive subtraction. Suppose you have to find a square root of 144. Suppose you forgot or you don't know what is the square root of 144 and you want to find it. So you have a method here, successive subtraction. What do you do in this method? You know, 144, subtract odd numbers. Subtract consecutive odd numbers. First subtract 1. What is the result? 143. Now subtract 3. Next odd number. 3. 140. Now subtract 5. Next odd number. Remaining 140 minus the next odd number 5. 135. Now subtract 7 next odd number from 135. It's 128. 128 is remaining. So 128 minus next odd number 9. How much is it? 119. Now 119 minus what? What?
11.
11. What is that?
Sir, 108.
108. Let's continue. We have to continue this process till we get 0 at the subtraction, on subtraction. We have to continue till what? Till we get 0. Presently we have not get 0. So we have to continue. 108 minus what?
13.
13. How much?
Sir, 95.
95. Now 95 minus what?
15.
15. How much?
80.
Now 80 minus what?
17.
17.
How much?
63.
Now 63 minus what?
19.
19. How much?
40.
44. Right?
Yes, sir.
44 minus what?
21.
21. How much?
23.
23. And 23 minus what?
23.
We got 0. Process stop. Now count how many odd numbers we have subtracted. 1,
Sir, 12.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means the square root of 144 is 12. How we could do this? because we understand that sum of odd numbers is always a square number. Sum of odd numbers is
आपको याद है
always a
बहुत
square
दिनों
number.
पहले इन दोनों ने मिलके एक चॉकलेट वाला
What's
कुछ खा
going
लिया
on?
था, वो आज तक नहीं खरीदा आपने.
Anurag,
सर
you are talking about chocolate, not about mathematics. We understand that the sum of odd numbers is always a square number. That's why our trick was working. So when we want to find a square root of 144, we want to know how many odd numbers will add up to create 144. How many odd numbers? 12 odd numbers add up to create 144. That's why this is equal to 12.
सर
But if it is not a square number, suppose it is 142. 142 is not a square number. Then of course this trick will not work, because this trick works only for a square number. Got it?
सर
Well,
yes sir.
our maths class ends here. Yes, your question?
Sir, I have a prime factorization method of finding what is the square root of a perfect square number.
I taught this in the previous class.
Yes sir.
To prime factorize and check how many factors have squares over it. Right? That
Sir,
was
then
similar
we will
situation.
multiply.
Okay. We'll continue the discussion in the next class. For now, bye-bye. See you. Do we have science class?
Bye sir.
Yes, sir.
No sir.
Okay, if we have, yes, we have science class. So take a 5 minutes break and then join back.
Okay sir.